Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another of the Miniverse Diner Series 4. This should be the pasta shells because there is a pinhole right there, and according to the charts, that's what it should be. So let's see. It does appear to be correct because I see the skillet wrapped up. I talked about this in my last video. There's a new app, there's like a game, and you can also scan these cards. This is what the previous one looked like. I guess to save your recipes, but mine wasn't scanning right. I'll try it again today. But in here should be one for the shells. Looks like that. And then on the back it just says Miniverse Diner. And it says Toy Tap. So I think there's like a chip or something in here where you can tap it on the screen. Like I said, mine wasn't working, but I'll look at it again today. We also have the recipe card and the checklist. We have a placemat with the different types of pasta. That's really cute. Our table, of course. Our skillet. Look how adorable that is. It's a cast iron one. We have tongs and a fork. Table pieces, ricotta cheese. It says it has herbs in it. That's very cute. Also have our basil leaves. They gave us a whole bunch, so we'll have extras. Our shells. Again, a ton of those. Because I think the recipe card only shows like 5 in there. So if you have like an extra plate, if you bought the like all you can eat or something, then you could totally make extras on a plate. Here's the recipe card for the stuffed pasta shells. We're going to stuff the ricotta in the shells first. And like I said, shows 5 of them, so we're going to do that times 5. Add the resin, and of course I have been overlooking an item lately. They gave us this salt and pepper little seasoning thing that's super cute. So we're going to mix that together and then add the pasta shells and a basil leaf or 2 and cure it. So this looks cute. I'm not completely in love with the fact that they tell you not to put resin on top of the ricotta, because I'm like, isn't that gonna fall out? I know that stuff, I feel like it dries kind of hard. Doesn't it? I don't know. I guess if you're too worried about it, you can always put clear resin just over that little top part to seal in the ricotta if you wanted to. You don't have to. We'll give it a glossy look. Okay, we have 3 pasta shells left over. Let's open this. Okay. Oh, that's super cute. And it's very soft. So this has like a kinetic sand type texture. I don't know if I should just ball it up and pack it in there. And maybe I'll decide if I want to set it or not. Because if you put the red pasta sauce like resin over it, you're not gonna be able to see the pretty ricotta and the little chives that are in there. Oop. Kind of feel like maybe I need a heaping amount. Maybe not. I can definitely hold more though, I think. I like that it's soft and easy to mold, but then it also kind of is very delicate. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Maybe that is too much. Maybe it does need to be more flesh with it. guess I could always add more later on. I think I will maybe put the clear resin on. I guess you could always do one like that and see how you like it, if you like that it looks like that, before setting them all in the skillet. Okay, that's what they look like. I'm gonna do the next step before moving on. So I think I'm gonna place them in, after I mix the sauce, place them in here and set it. And then I'm gonna go back with my toothpick and add more sauce to the sides of the shells, because I know this color and it's not gonna look very pasta sausage. Like, I don't know, it's just gonna be really pale, I think, on it. And you can kind of tell from looking at the card too, so. I want it to look red. So I might have to do that a couple times. You could kind of build the color up. This stuff is very thick. It's so dark looking against the black skillet that I'm wondering if you're going to be able to tell really with the salt and pepper stuff we're going to mix in. Okay, do I want to add more? That's probably good. I should have opened the salt and pepper, but I didn't. If you pull back the sticker, it does have a little shaker spot. That's pretty much. I do like a lot of seasoning. Let's gently stir it. Gives it a little dimension there. Not sure how much you're going to be able to see since we're putting pasta shells on it, but I think that's cute. All right. So they have it where there's 5 like this, pretty close together. I don't think I like how these ones look. That one's probably okay, but these ones are pretty flat. I might add some more. I feel like shells always look very full, and those ones don't look very full to me. They also are wanting to roll over, which is not cool. Maybe I can just fluff up so it's not so compact. Okay, added a dollop on each one. These shells are different sizes though, and I feel like oh, there we go. I was about to say the formation isn't looking too cute, and this one is trying to turn and or has already, okay, well we wanted pasta on the side of it anyway, so that looks good. I'm going to add maybe some sauce in the middle to kind of build up the leaves, because it shows how many, at least 2 in the center there. Oh yeah, there's not much down there. And I'm going to try to place the leaves on there super nicely. They're probably going to roll over, because that's my luck. I feel like that's a empty pit down there. Feels like that's pretty deep. Is that enough? Okay, one more. I realize this is probably like super dark on camera, which is another reason why I want to go back and paint the sides of the pasta shells, so you can see the colors better. Because against that black, you can't really see it well. Okay, I like the ones that are attached like that. I don't even think that's touching the resin. Let's go for this big leaf. I'm not sure I'm loving it, but I'm also kind of scared to not set it. I feel like there's not much to do about it now. Should I have pushed them closer maybe? I think I'm just gonna set it. And then we'll look at it up close and we'll paint the sides of the shells. Okay, this is what it currently looks like. I think I'm I can't decide. Should I try to seal it? I won't like drench it in there. Well, is it gonna change colors? I probably should have done an experimental one. I think I'm gonna put just a drop on here and put it here. I'm like undecided. Is it going to change the color? You know, is it going to look darker? No, I think it would be okay. I kind of want to put it where the shell meets the ricotta, because that's where it kind of moves from. I feel like I'm in too deep to stop now. Am I going to mess it up? I think if you just let it like run and settle a bit, I think it'll be okay. Like obviously it's gonna look glossy. That way if you like drop it or something, I guess you could always just stuff the ricotta stuff back in there, but it might be hard to do when it's all stuck to the pan. Okay, I think it's fine. At first I was like, oh no, I don't know that this looks okay, but I think it's fine. So I'm gonna finish painting this on here and kind of letting it settle. I'll cure it and then we'll paint the sides of the shells. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Have to let me know what you think. I think it'll help keep it together, even though it may or may not dry. And maybe it's a non-issue, but just in case. So, there's that massive glob. I need that to come down. You can't really see the salt and pepper that I put in there. I mean, you can see a little bit like in person, but not that well. I'm just kind of brushing some of it on there. You can see some of the ricotta's loose. And I think if you go around and do that, it's gonna look more realistic, because right now it looks dry. So I'm just gonna paint it on, and some of that might start running. Maybe I should do it in sections so it doesn't run too much. But you can do this and cure it and then go over it a second time. And then the more you go over it and cure it in between, the more pigmented it's going to be. So let me cure this real quick and do it a second time. This is what it looks like with one coat. The leaves did kind of sink in there, but honestly, it kind of looks better that way. I'm gonna go ahead and I might just kind of, well, maybe I don't want to drown the whole thing in it, but I'm going to paint a second coat. Maybe I'll do half, that way you can see the color difference. But it should make it, yeah, it's more pigmented. It's kind of pinkish, not really red, in my opinion, but I'm gonna add more and do a final cure and then show you up close what it looks like. I think I've decided what's throwing me off is there wasn't enough resin over on the side. So I filled it up so they kind of look more drowning in the pasta sauce. And I almost just said, did I throw my toothpick away? No, you're still using it. It's right here. I might give this a slight mixy. Let that sink down a little bit. Then you should be able to see the seasonings in there a little better. But now I will cure it. I think this is gonna look way better. All right, here's what it looks like. I think that's definitely the key, adding a bunch of resin to the pan, which kind of wish there was way more in the middle, but that's okay. I could put clear resin there and then add like another leaf, but you know how like sometimes you keep nitpicking and then you end up like taking it too far because you can't stop and then it kind of ruins it. I feel like maybe that would happen if I keep touching this. But I do like that I added it pretty full. You can see the seasonings and the sauce. And maybe it's hard to see because of that black pan, but in person you can see it a lot better. Yeah, you can kind of see it on the camera lens. But I added pretty much in there. I think it's cute. I do like that the pasta's up on the side, but you can still see the shell in certain places. And I think everything is set. I'm not gonna test it. I'm not gonna turn it over and dump it out. But this is cute. There's 8 in this collection. I did try to scan/tap that card on the app again. Did not work. So maybe it's a me issue. Maybe the app hasn't been fixed. Not quite sure, but I will keep trying them every day. And yeah, stay tuned. I have several more of these to build. And I don't know which one I'm going to do next. Maybe I'll do the taquitos. We'll see. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.